1 hour maximum. Limited time and non-limited time. Oh. Oh, we need to be fast. But the user interface is so crappy that we can't really see which ones are time limited. Then I wouldn't put out the demo. Nearly makes me turn it off now. Let's have a look though. That's too loud. Incident report. Ivan Zhang. That looks like us. Symptoms. PCS ISS2. Treatment ECC. Are we in a hospital? He was trying to get out, right? Ah. Who are you? Albert. Was there any response? Don't think so. Were you gonna go get somebody? We've been awake for a while. No one's come to check upon us. They're all dead. The door is locked, so we can't get out either. Why are we locked in? That's what I want to know. I woke up here after that accident we had. I have no idea what went down, and it hurts everywhere. Translation coming up. But when I woke up, you were already up for a while. All right, there's a little timer running down. It's easy to see. So what do we do? Do you think we're arrested? We were arrested. His voice is getting stiff. He's not that good at hiding his nervousness. Those are thoughts about him. Also, what's with the empty faces? That's super creepy. Arrested? But we're in a hospital. Well, we did get into an accident. They're not gonna drag me into the interrogation room with my legs already broken. Or are they? I'm sure they are not completely morally bankrupt. How are you feeling about this dialogue making hardly any sense? Are you not hurt? How's that possible? Well, I'll feel fine right now. You got some amazing luck. Unlike me in this damn... Doesn't even feel like my leg. Do your legs hurt? Hurts like hell. But you're the one that needs to be examined. Do they have robot legs now? We went from 50 to 0 and you look like you just walked out of it completely unharmed. What do you think? You think we've been arrested? Well, yeah. I still don't understand why you'd think that. Stop it! Because the cops were literally on our tail? What's wrong? You've been kind of out of it. Is this because of the crash? Did you get a concussion? You're the one with the concussion. No, I'm not going to say anything. I can't remember what happened in between either. My memory is also pretty blurry. This is tough. It's not something that people say. This is tough. Well, why didn't you tell me what you know? Sure. We met up with Chang at the docks at 4 AM. He said he had a package for us that he smuggled out of the Morningstar labs. Who's Chang? The broker my brother introduced. He's got an in with the big corporations. This was supposed to be our second transaction, but I have the feeling you still don't trust him. I get that though. Kind of has an untrustworthy face. Yeah, with no eyes in it, no nose or mouth, or it's kind of untrustworthy. I think I can trust him because Alex trusts him. You clearly trusted him enough, otherwise we wouldn't have gone, right? I still don't know what the contents were though. That whole transaction was unusually secretive. You didn't even want to disclose anything to me. Sometimes your carefulness can really hurt my feelings. Oh boy. A bit much. So, in the end, it was a successful transaction. Chang gave us the goods, we gave him the money. I did all the appropriate preparations to secure the package, and we were off. But a couple of minutes after we had pulled away, things started going awry. The cops just started shooting at us. There were no sirens, no blockades, not even a fucking warning. A swear word. I fired back, but my right arm got hit. Alex wanted to jam their comms, but he could only receive strange noise channels. It's like someone is describing an exchange of words and not really having an exchange of words. It might be a translation issue. But if you get asked by someone to explain what happened, this is not how you explain what happened. But this is how you would describe what would happen to someone else. Does that make sense to you? I have a bit of trouble getting into this story because the way it is presented has some issues. Like, I fired back, but my right arm got hit. Like, there was a firefight and I got shot in the arm. I wouldn't say my right arm at the lower end, and you can see it here. Look, there's the whole thing here. They shot me, the bastards. It does not really. There's. Maybe it's gonna get better. Alex wanted to jam their comms, but he could only receive strange noise channels. Tried to. Only got noise. Yeah, it's just. It's hard to write dialogue so that it looks and sounds like dialogue. I know it's hard, but if you do this, you have to do it better. But, you know, it could be a translation. I don't know. Original language is, I think, Japanese. That's why my memory's black out. Okay. I threw off the cops by making them think we went on the highway. That's a thought bubble. I managed to throw them off our tail. Yeah, right. That was great. You got them to chase the wrong car. And then we were safe again. We weren't being followed and our injuries weren't serious. We never checked the car, so I don't know. Because then we suddenly lost control of the engine and the steering wheel. And then bang, we hit a pillar. After that, we woke up here. A young stud. Okay. I'm nearly out. For the sake of being thorough, I'm gonna go for another 5 minutes. The kid's just shooting his mouth off. You've got a lot of guts to talk like that. No, I'm not gonna say anything. But that's all I remember about it. What happened to Alex? Didn't you just tell me he was in another ward? Look, I think it says on that screen. Can't quite see what's on it, but it's what you told me. That's why I thought the three of us were already arrested. They were just waiting for us to heal so they could interrogate us. The hospital database is connected to the government, so they probably know about our identities even if they weren't notified. The cops might know who they were chasing. They could only ID the car. It's better to be careful, right? He's being a lot more careful than usual. Is he still hung up on something? We still have one important thing we need to do, regardless of the arrest situation. We need to leave this damn ward. We've been awake for half an hour now. No doctor or nurse has come to check. I don't know what this means. I don't think we should sit and wait. Okay. He's on edge, but he doesn't even realize it. I get it. He's not worried about himself. He's worried about his brother. We'll be okay. So, we're a bunch of criminals. Let's check this again. Area 14. Area 11. Symptoms dead. Whoops. Rolling screen. United Electronics Model A1. Power switch from the... an old school lever. So I'm the 54-year-old Ivan. And then there's Albert, who's 21 with a hip fracture. We don't know what ECC means, and his brother is dead. I didn't tell him that. A medical box. Not for regular wards. Radioactive medication. Okay. Radiation blocker? Why would there be radiation blocker here? An unbreakable military grade automatic door. What? Military grade alloy? Why would a hospital need something like this? I'll break this. Maybe I need an electric drill. What's with the notes here? Time isn't moving. It's always night. Too much time has passed. Not a hospital. Albert left. Random question. Has there always been a tortoise walking about in Devil's Crossing? No. As far as I can tell, there was never a tortoise walking about in Devil's Crossing. Ah, okay, that explains it. Grim Internals, huh? They added it. That's neat. Like a mascot. It's very random to get it. Make sure to make a screenshot. Awesome. Do you get something as a reward? This handwriting looks like mine. I don't remember writing this. What on earth? They took Albert away again, and under the bandages they... Blue, no, red. Won't die. Do they have blue and red pills here? Memories will be confused pretending to sleep. Don't forget, under the bed, keep note. Now the plot thickens. They took Albert again. Don't forget the password. Here's the hint. Serial number for the implant rejection meds. Implant. RD-3? No. A tube filled with an unknown blue liquid and a red one. Okay, suddenly the game's more interesting now that they stop talking all the time. Commonly seen in hospitals, currently showing a slideshow about the hospital services. Okay, let's check the notes again. Rejection meds. Red, blue. E04 and E2-5. Under the bed. The lock can't be broken. Why? Did you bring an electric drill? No. Then that's that. What do you mean? It's not like it's a military lock. Why would you need a... It's a military lock, isn't it? What? How? Why would this local hospital use military locks? It wouldn't! It wouldn't. Okay, at least we know that won't work. We're left with two options. Look for a work pass that someone might have left behind, or just guess the password to the control panel. Control panel? The one back here? It should control most of the electronics in the room. The IV drips, air conditioning, and of course even the door. I don't think we're going to get anywhere by just guessing. We can only accept so many incorrect logins. We messed this up and there might be no options left. You could try looking for some sticky notes. What did you mean? He's been frail and sick since he was a child, so he spent a lot of time at the hospital. I was his only relative, so I had to take care of him. Albert... The nurses there would always write the password to the control center in case they forgot. The notes I saw in the cabinet, yes. I did find something. Nah, I've only got a hint. The serial number to a drug that relieves implant rejection. What the hell? I think Alex might have taken something like it. I wouldn't know the serial number though. There's a couple bottles here that look similar. You could take a look. But under the bed. There's nothing under the bed. Creates confusion in patients using ISR devices, rendering them unable to differentiate simulation and reality. Use in painless surgeries. Eases coughing, congestion, and nasal infections. Okay. Reduces implant rejection and soothes pain. Powerful but only effective for short periods of time. Y5, YC. Use the hint to solve the password. Hello, welcome to the ward management system. To use this machine, please enter the password. Y 5 Y C. Verifying. Access approved. No way. Now we can get out. Medical records. Oh. MBU, what on earth are you doing? MBU. Yes, that's you. I'm talking to you. Bring your body here. So my initial rejection of the Alex person because he's talking too much and I don't like how they wrote it does not stop me from playing this because I think there might be a cool story here. The writing, the translation might break it still. That needs a couple of quality passes. You deviated from your assignment. We still haven't received the information we need. What are you doing? Who are you? Theta 3, how is he doing? It's pretty clear that this MBU is exhibiting memory displacement. What's its classification? It's an Assault TA-7 silencer. I need answers. All the Assault MBUs have been experiencing the same issues. The reason? Their pods were the first to be downgraded because they were only designed for short-term activities. Their intelligence and memory were capped at a certain level so that what you're saying is Section 13 gave us broken goods. We didn't have a lot to choose from. This was one of the few functioning MBUs they had. Ever since those owls found us. So, right now, this MBU doesn't understand anything. It can perform simple locomotion and verbal communication. Otherwise, you're right, can't do much. I've heard enough. If you're not satisfied, I said it's enough. Understood. One more thing. I saw experimental devices I needed inside the simulation room. Why did you do that? Experimental devices I needed? That didn't make sense. Where? Those injectors on the cabinet. Your people left them there, right? Yes. Any reason why they are there? Those were left behind from the previous operation. You left items in the simulation room. I can deal with that right now if... Only. You're dismissed. Understood. Now that you're aware of your defects, MBU, I'll just get straight to the point. We placed Albert and Alex Tsai in this simulation room. They've been here for the past few days. In the process, they were modified several times, including procedures that allowed you to take control of Ivan Zhang. Modified? These experiments and operations are necessary. Necessary to curb and control your abilities. You're also unable to choose your target for control. What? MBUs can only control those people that were modified. Those that were modified. We decide who you can control. You're just a mind without a body. This is something you need to understand. Me? But I can see his thoughts. Those are just echoes from his subconscious mind. Pay no heed. As long as you're in control, it won't pose any problems. So, the thought bubbles we see are not ours, but the body's sort of memory fragments. And also reactions to what's going on in the current conversation, right? It's like they are tagging along while we are, whatever we are, while we are controlling the body and the speech centers. It's pretty cool. Your assignment is to control this man and use him to draw out the information we need. From your conversation, I've already confirmed that they were once in possession of one of our key assets. I now need to know the coordinates where it's hidden. I will bring Albert back and you'll get me the coordinates. You understand? Yes. Very good. I'll be borrowing that. I'm showing you Albert Tsai's data here. As you can see, no I can't. 80% of his organs suffered severe failure after the accident. He's alive purely due to Section 13's regenerative technology. It took some effort for us to keep him alive. I will not let that effort go to waste. I have two options to choose from. the game about two options. One, I'll let you do your work and obtain the information I need. Albert Sai lives and returns to society with Ivan Zhang, where they may become our pawns again at any time. Muhaha, muhaha, we are the evil corporation. Two, I dismantle his mind and take the information I need. That means that he will die, and I will lose a potential pawn in the game that they are playing. I still have expectations for you, even if you are defective. So listen, just get me the coordinates. I don't care how you do it. I will be observing you. If anything goes wrong, I will end this assignment. What counts as going wrong? If the target leaves or if he becomes overly emotional. I can also run out of patience. When you're ready, sit here and I'll wake Albert up. Begin. Wow, okay. So this has a bit of this has a bit of Blade Runner to it, actually. With the interrogation and emotions being a thing. Very distantly related, but still. I'm not really sure if I should play more. Because I don't really need to show you more to give us an experience or an idea of what this game is about. I wish the writing was a bit, tiny bit better. I nearly turned it off earlier. Normally I don't have an issue with reading through text, but when I start going through text fast, skipping it, it's not a good sign. But that's the thing, right? When you translate from Japanese to English, you kind of need to do it right. And it's hard to do it right. Yeah, I'll stop here. I think it's enough to choose whether you are interested, or to decide whether you're interested in this or not. So, minds beneath us. Evil mega corporations in the foreseeable future, manipulating people without them being aware of it. I guess that's a tip of the hat to Matrix with the red and the blue serum. So yeah. Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. It's hard to make a final judgment after such a short trip into the game, but it did rub me the wrong way. It's all I can say. Let's have a look. The minds beneath us. Do they have a release date planned? No. They don't have a date yet, so there's more. I think it's pretty good. For what it is. But it would need to be finished first, and then it needs a price tag so I can decide what I want to do with it. And it says choices matter as a user-defined tag. But it could be that it's a linear story where you can't really get like 8 different endings, maybe 2 different ones. I wouldn't assume more than that, but it's quite alright. So it's a visual novel, is what people call this, I think. Minds Beneath Us. Really cool.